When humans started building bridges, nobody could imagine the heights they would reach, but men made the impossible possible and built bridges in unimaginable places. Some of them are so dangerous that the mere thought of walking these terrifying bridges around the world would send chills down your spine. When you take the first step on these petrifying structures, you experience vertigo, a tingling sensation caused by the fear of heights. These bridges are designed to set your nerves pulsating and leave you thrilled simultaneously. So continue watching the video until the end as we tell you about the top 10 terrifying bridges in the world. But before starting, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And now, let's get started. 10. 7 Mile Bridge, Florida. The bridge is 7 miles long, but other than that, it doesn't appear very terrifying. However, because it's located in the Florida Keys, it's a perfect target for the frequent hurricanes that hit that part of the country. The 7 Mile Bridge is located in the Florida Keys and spans 7 miles from the Middle Keys to the Lower Keys. It is 65 feet high and has a height clearance of 7 miles. The most recent redesign of the bridge does away with the original plan and replaces it with a stronger arch that is 65 feet in height and is designed to let boats travel below it. Even though it might be more sturdy, we wouldn't want to be on it if there was a storm outside. 9. Hosseini Hanging Bridge, Pakistan. There are several reasons why this suspension bridge is considered to be among the most terrifying in the world. These include the enormous spaces that exist between the boards, as well as the violent swinging motion that occurs from side to side. This 660-foot-long bridge may be seen in the village of Hosseini, which is located in northern Pakistan. It spans the Hunza River and is suspended 100 feet above the turbulent water below. Even though frail cable and wooden bridges are common in this region, crossing this particular bridge over the swiftly moving Hunza River is especially nerve-wracking, since the shattered remains of the previous bridge dangle by threads next to the one that is currently in use. 8. William Preston Lane Jr. Memorial Bridge, Bay Bridge, Maryland. This bridge stretches across Chesapeake Bay to connect the western and eastern coastlines of the state of Maryland. It has a length of around 4.3 kilometers and a height of 186 feet at its highest point. Because of the regular and frequently severe storms that hit this bridge, motorists are notoriously terrified of driving across it. When the storm rolls in, you can forget about having any visibility. Because as you reach the middle of this 4.3-mile-long bridge, you can hardly make out any traces of the surrounding terrain. 7. Puente de Oyuela, Mexico. The Puente de Oyuela Bridge may be found in the abandoned town of Oyuela, which was once a mining hamlet in the Mexican state of Durango's northern region. It has a length of 1,030 feet, a width of 2 feet, and a height of 327 feet above a gorge. The creaking wooden floor adds to the eerie atmosphere created by this specific bridge, which connects to a town that appears to have been abandoned. To our good fortune, steel cables that are strung between two towers contribute to an increased sense of safety. However, the steel is a more recent addition. During the time that German engineer Santiago Minguin was building this bridge in the 19th century, those towers were constructed out of wood. 6. Mackinac Bridge, Michigan. This bridge connects the Upper Peninsula of Michigan with the Lower Peninsula of Michigan. It spans a distance of around 5 kilometers and rises 155 feet above the surrounding ocean. It's something that happens so frequently that the Mackinac Bridge Authority will drive your car or motorcycle for you for a $10 cost in addition to the toll, though this service was free in the days before the pandemic. Some drivers are so anxious about driving across this 5-mile-long bridge that they don't even go. The wind, which may frequently reach speeds of more than 30 miles per hour on the bridge, is the source of the greatest concern. 5. Capilano Suspension Bridge, Canada. The Capilano Suspension Bridge is 450 feet in length and 230 feet in height. It spans the Capilano River in North Vancouver, British Columbia, and connects the two sides of the city. When it was first constructed in 1889, this straightforward suspension footbridge can be found in the middle of an evergreen forest and is notable for its height, relative narrowness, and great unsteadiness. The cedar boards sway violently on their steel cables as pedestrians cross them. The Cliff Walk is an attraction that was opened in the spring of 2011, and it allows guests to climb across a series of hanging walkways that are attached to a cliff. If the bridge doesn't frighten you, the Cliff Walk could. 4. Carrick Areed Rope Bridge, Northern Ireland. This bridge is 66 feet long and is elevated 98 feet above the rocks that are placed below it. It can be found close to Ballintoy in County Antrim, Northern Ireland. First things first, there has only ever been a single recorded incident of someone falling over this bridge, and that person survived to tell the tale. However, many tourists that walk over find that they just cannot bear the return journey and are forced to take a boat instead. It was much more terrifying. The first version of the bridge, which was built by fishermen who travel to the island in search of salmon, consisted of just a single railing. The National Trust subsequently decided to replace the rope bridge with a more stable construction that had 2 handrails, since it was becoming increasingly popular among thrill-seeking tourists. 3. Trift Suspension Bridge, Switzerland. The Trift Pedestrian Suspension Bridge is one of the longest and highest in the Alps. It was constructed in 2004 in order to reconnect hikers to a chalet that had been inaccessible due to the melting of a glacier. It measures 328 feet in height and 560 feet in length and can be located in the Trift Glacier in the Swiss Alps, which is close to the town of Gadmen. The railings on this bridge were upgraded in 2009 when it was replaced, and it also received stabilizing cables to keep it from swaying erratically when the wind blew. However, it does still deliver a burst of adrenaline. 2. Royal Gorge Bridge, Colorado. The America's highest suspension bridge is located in the Royal Gorge in Colorado, over the Arkansas River. It is 1,260 feet long and stands 955 feet above the gorge. While the view from the bridge may be breathtaking for some, those who are afraid of heights may be left gasping for air as they stare straight down nearly 90 stories at the Arkansas River below. Even though it was constructed in 1929, the bridge didn't get its wind-stabilizing cables until 1982. 1. Aiguille du Midi Bridge, France. This bridge is found at the peak of the Aiguille du Midi, which is part of the Mont Blanc Massif and is located close to Chamonix. At this elevation, a stunning 12,605 feet above sea level and 9,209 feet above the base of the valley, you'll want to keep your eyes focused on the view of the rugged French Alps. This elevation puts you at an altitude of 9,209 feet above the valley floor. If your fear of heights starts to get the better of you, you'll be relieved to know that the bridge itself isn't that long. Because reaching here entails taking a cable car that rises 9,200 vertical feet in about 20 minutes. Most people who are truly terrified of heights won't even be able to view the bridge. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next one.